Hey guys, thought I would do a quick voiceover video because it is a little quicker than talk through. Sorry about me eating my mango and enjoying my Drake album way too much for my liking. Okay, so we're going to start with prepping the face, and this is the Kopari Coconut Sheer Oil, which I love to use under my eyes. Always good to prep under your eyes before you apply any concealers because they do tend to dry out the under-eye area, so you want to keep them nice and moisturised. Also prevents those wrinkles coming as we grow older and those fine lines. It is creeping up on me. Also, I'm going to use the Kopari Lip Love, which is kind of like a gloss. It's like a coconut gloss. It's insane. Ooh, girl. And also the Kopari Coconut Face Cream. I can't say enough good things about this brand, so I will talk about them more in my skincare video, which I'm hoping to get up over the next few weeks. Okay, so this is Pony Cosmetics Brow Gel. I like to just brush it through my brows to give them more that natural look. My left one does come down right about now, which I don't fix until later on. And now I'm just prepping my lids before we go in with any eyeshadows with the Shape Tape Tarte Concealer. Always want a good base before you go in with any eyeshadows, just to smooth out the area, lighten the area, because if you're like me, I get very purple eyelids. Not a great look. So I'm just kind of shaping my brows, going under my eyes, and also covering my lovely red birthmark on my forehead and the redness around my nose. Just basically making the most of that concealer. You don't have to spread it around the face like I have, you can just do the lids. But I don't like wasting products, I like to make the most of it, particularly in my redder areas. So now I'm just going to grab my beauty blender. You do not want to set or use powders on cracked concealer because sometimes the concealer can show up our wrinkles, and when we're then setting it with a powder, that's just setting basically the wrinkles and making you look old as shit, which we don't want. So we're just going to set the concealer with a powder once it's patted down, just to make everything easier to blend and giving us a nice starter base for our eyeshadows. Okay, so moving on to eyeshadows, I'm using my Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, which is an absolute state. It's embarrassing. And I'm just going to grab the colour Warm Taupe, however you say it. I say taupe. And I'm just going to use that as my transition shade in my crease. Transition shade is basically helping all the colours kind of blend into one, so there's no harsh lines. So any colours that you use on your lid and your higher brow bone, it kind of makes it blend all nicely. What I like to do is kind of like a C shape. So I start from the outer corner, bring it over to the inner corner using windshield wiper movements, and also bringing it underneath the eye because I'm going for a nice goldy, smoky, burnt orangey look today. Now I'm just grabbing the burnt oranges. So I got burnt orange and raw sienna, and as you can see, that's deepening that crease for me, giving me a nice orange colour. I'm obsessed with orange eyeshadows at the minute, especially if you've got green or blue eyes. I just think it's such a gorgeous colour, especially coming up for summer. Dream! So again, I'm just doing that outer corner windshield wiper movements, going in and around my eye. There's no such thing as too much blending, guys. Blend, blend, blend until your heart is content. A lot of clients of mine do say that they struggle on the eyeshadow the most. It is a lot of patience and practice. It does take a while to grasp, but hang in there, girls. Look at me go. I am blending, blending, blending. There is no stopping me. Okay, so now I've just picked up a fluffier blending brush, and I've picked up the colour Realgar. It's an oranger? God. The orangier colour, again. And I'm just going over what I've already done in my crease, which is, again, giving it more that burnt orange look. Now I've just grabbed a more tapered blending brush, which means the bristles are closer together, and I'm starting to smoke out my eye now with the colour Cypress Umber, which is like a dark brown colour. So you want to start from the outer corner, kind of make like a little V shape, and you just want to bring that into the middle, kind of into the middle of your lid. And then I'm going back to my fluffier blending brush and again doing windshield wiper movements just to start blending that out. And again, starting from the outer corner, working your way in. I'm just going to do that winged V shape on the outer corner of my eye and bring it underneath. As you can see, we're starting to get that smoky-eyed, browny smoky-eyed effect, which everyone's obsessed with. That's the most common question I get when I get clients in. Can I go for the brown smoky eyes? Yes, you can. It's my fave. So again, I'm just blending that out with my fluffier blending brush, just to make sure there's no harsh lines. Again, a lot of patience, guys. Luckily, I've got the patience of an absolute saint. Okay, so I want to brighten up my lid a little bit because I'm going to use like a nice gold colour. So I'm just going to take a bit of concealer and just pat that onto my lid. If you were using darker shades, you don't need to do this step. It's only if you're using lighter shades, just to brighten up the area and make the pigment stand out. And I'm just bringing this from the inner to the outer, not too far. You just want to kind of stop where that smokiness has stopped, near the middle. And you just want to pat that in. Make sure there's no lines or wrinkles ready for when you go in with your eyeshadow. Doing the other eye, as you can see. Just making sure again it's all smoothed and patted out and there's no wrinkles on my eye. I didn't record this step, sorry, but you have got to set that concealer again with a powder. I just used the colour Tempera, sorry if I'm saying these wrong by the way, Tempera, just over the eye before I went in with a shimmer, just to set that concealer that I'd used. And then I'm going in with the shimmer colour Primavera, which is the goldy shade. And I'm just patting that onto the lid. So pretty. The reason you want to do patting motions is it packs more of the product onto the eye, because when you kind of smudge it or rub it on, you're kind of rubbing off what you've already done there, so you don't want to take off any product. Now I've just picked up a lighter colour, Vermeer, just to do my tear ducts, and that just brightens up your eye area, kind of makes your eyes look a little bigger. And I'm also doing my brow bone. I'm just going back to that bigger, fluffier brush, and again, just going in and doing a bit more blending, just to make sure it's all transitioned into one and there's no harsh lines. I've also just taken on that tapered blending brush a bit more of Cypress Umber and Real Gar, just to take it a little bit further on my under eye to the inner corners, just to give me that smoky eye effect. I hope I'm making sense. This is my first talk over. It's actually harder than it looks. Okay, so now we're going on to, I'm not going to do a big wing liner because I just weren't feeling it for this type of look, but I just wanted to give myself a little something. So this is just the NYX liquid liner. Liner is probably the hardest thing for me personally. I think it's a go hard, go home type of thing, you know what I'm saying? I think you just got to go for it and don't think about it too much, because that's when you start to ruin it and you just add and add and add. Next thing you know, it's up by your forehead. Okay, so I'm just going to curl my lashes. I find it easiest to stick on lashes when my lashes are more curled. Just a little tip for you if you have problems sticking on lashes. These lashes are the red cherry lashes in the style wispy, kind of similar to the Ardell wispies. And you just want to stick the middle down first, then the outer corner and the inner corner. I always find using a tweezer helps. heaps. And now we're going to start the face. We will come back to the eyes a bit later on. This stuff, oh my god, I will talk about it in my skincare video. I am obsessed. It's the Seaweed Oil Control Serum from Body Shop, and I literally groan like a bear every time I put it on, every morning. Also from the Body Shop, I'm loving this all-in-one BB cream at the moment, which is a colour adapting tinted cream. So it comes out white on your hand when you put it on, as you can see demonstrated, Exhibit A. And then as you massage it into the skin, it turns to the colour of your skin like magic. It's like magic in a tube. And I love it. It gives such a nice sheen. And I think it's just a good base. It's like a nice primer, not even a primer, sorry, just a nice base, shimmery base before you put on your foundation, especially if you like a little extra coverage. I'm just massaging it into my skin there. Normally from Monday to Friday, this is what I'll wear on its own, along with a bit of bronzer. Lush! And it feels and smells amazing. I'm loving it, as you can tell. Okay, so now we're going to move on to foundations. This is my Graftobian palette. Unfortunately, they don't sell them in single bottles. It is a professional makeup brand, so you don't really hear of it, but I got it for my clients because of the range of colours in there. And as you can see, I'm just using a foundation brush just to apply it onto the skin where I want it. And then I grab my beauty blender just to make sure it's all blended and dabbed in nicely. Dab, dab, dab. Just want to literally pat it into the skin. Oh, dab in there. Speak of the dab, may it appear. Okay, make sure you go right up to the hairline. I hate when you can see foundation in your hairline. It just looks grubby. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to concealer. So this is the NARS Creamy Concealer in the colour Custard. I love this concealer. I think I prefer this to the Shape Tape Tarte Concealer. Sorry, but I just do. The Shape Tape Tarte Concealer is a bit too thick for me. It's too thick a consistency and I find it dries out quite easy on the skin. And I've just sprayed myself with some rose water there, which I find helps just blend in the concealer with the foundation. It doesn't make it as dry. And again, I'm just using my beauty blender to do so. Okay, now I'm going to grab one of the darker foundations to contour. I always contour with this palette. I just find foundation contour just smoother rather than the actual contour products. Sometimes I can find some of them quite dirty, and I don't mean dirty as in like filthy dirty, I mean dirty looking. Maybe I just haven't come across the right one yet, but I have tried quite a variety of different brands, and I don't know, I just find the foundation, darker foundation, just blends in nicer for me personally and just gives a nicer finish, so that's why I like to use this one. And again, as you can see, where I've placed the darker foundation, I haven't gone close to the hairline, but I'm blending out towards it. Otherwise, you're just setting yourself up for a massive orange hairline if you're going to be placing it closer to the hairline, if that makes sense. So you want to kind of place it quite far down and then blend towards, just so it's all nicely spread. Now I'm going to set that concealer. Now before you set the concealer with the powder, make sure you do go back in with your beauty blender to make sure no lines have creeped in on us, and make sure it's all smooth. And you just want to use that powder to set the concealer. We'll just put a little bit, I say a little bit, I'm just packing it on there. Yeah, you just want to put the powder where you've put the concealer to set it, to stop it cracking or wrinkling throughout the day. And then I'm just going to grab my Bahama Mama bronzer and this very skinny oval brush just to contour my nose. Contouring the nose is quite a task. It's quite hard and it requires a lot of practice. You just want to kind of pinch the nose and draw it as slim as you can. You want to grab a clean blending brush just to blend out those lines. There's nothing worse than seeing harsh lines on your nose after a nose contour. You don't want to look like you've done it purposely, you want it to look as natural as possible. Okay, so I haven't baked for long, literally left it on there for a couple of minutes. I'm just using, again, a clean blending brush, a fluffy one, just to take off that under eye powder and just to quickly go over that nose contour to make it look again natural and blended into my skin. I'll go on to my MAC bronzer in the colour Dark. And I'm just going to go over that contour line that I did with the foundation. What I like to do for my face shape personally is bring it down towards the jawline a little bit, because I like to kind of sink in that part of my face and for the highlighted parts under my eyes to stand out a little bit more. It's just different face shape. Depends what your face shape is and what result you want. Again, I'm just contouring the shit out of my 5 head because I got my dad's head. Got exactly the same hairline she has dad. So I like to put quite a lot of contour on that, just to slim that mother down. Now I'm going to go back in with that Bahama Mama because it's kind of like a darker, grayer bronzer shade. I'm going to make a cute little face and use my fan brush to give me a deeper contour line. I'm going to do the other side. The fan brushes are brilliant for the contouring because it's kind of already shaped for you, so you're just literally just following the line with the brush. It's so easy. And don't forget under the chin, guys, just to make sure that's all blended in, and it also slims down our necks. What more can you want? Okay, so I'm going back to the eyes now. So I want to darken the underneath of my eyes. So again, I'm just grabbing a smaller blending brush and I'm just going to grab that colour Cypress Umber and bring it from the outer corner and work my way kind of halfway to the eye to give it a nice smoky effect. And I've also just grabbed a smaller flat brush with the colour Vermeer again and bringing out that tear duct colour, fading it into the dark. Again, doing this will make the eyes appear a lot larger and will also brighten them up a little bit as well. Okay, so now I'm just applying a bit of mascara. This is the telescopic mascara. I just find it easier to use because it's got a smaller one for your bottom lashes. And I'm just putting a bit of Maybelline gel liner in my waterline, which just snatches the eyes together. This is going really fast, so I'm trying to keep up. So I'm just using MAC's Soft and Gentle Highlighter. I wanted to keep the lip really natural and nudie, so I just went for the colour Modesty in MAC lipstick. Okay, so these are Diamante Crafts. I got these from Amazon for literally a couple of pounds. I think it was like £1 actually. Come in all different colours, but I'm just using the silver ones. And I'm just gonna place the gems kind of just around the top of my brows. I don't know if any of you have noticed, but I actually forgot to fill in my brows, but I'm going to pretend that I was just going for the natural brow look. I totally forgot, and I looked at myself in the mirror later and I was like, something's not right. My brows haven't been filled in. Well done, babe. I feel like there's no limits with festival makeup. Like, I'm obsessed with the chest pieces at the moment, where they just cover their bare chest in glitter and diamonds, and obviously the nipples are covered, and it just looks so pretty. But I feel like with festival makeup, the sky's the limit. You can put as much glitter on and diamonds and unicorns and chuck on whatever you like, and it's acceptable. I probably can't get away with that in Swansea, just walking around with my bare chest covered in nipple glitter, covered in gems and nipples. Why do I keep saying nipples? Gems and glitter and all sorts. I don't think I could get away with it, but I'd love to, like, if you're going to Coachella or somewhere like that, I think it's totally acceptable. Okay, so now I'm going to do that cute wavy thing that everyone does to the camera to make everything look cute. And these diamonds are from the Gypsy Shrine. Their gems and glitter are so pretty and big and sparkly. I'm obsessed. So first time I put it on, it just dropped on the floor because I forgot to take the sticky back off. Oh, there it goes. Round 2. So I just placed this in the middle of my forehead. So pretty. They're very sticky as well. It felt very secure and it stayed on my face all day. I actually went to do clients looking like this afterwards. I was like, girl, don't mind me. Okay, so I'm just going to apply a little bit of Vaseline on my cheeks just so that the glitter sticks to the face. Now I did think, will this last all day or will it eventually fall off? But it did actually last me all day after doing clients as well, sweating my balls off. And I'm just dotting on now. This is the rose gold chunky glitter from Charisma. Again, I got this from Amazon, and if I remember correctly, it was around £4 to £5 a pop. Okay, so just to set off this look, I'm just using a bit of white liquid liner just to drag it down my big hanging lip. And now I'm about to do a load of flicky hair, try and be sexy, when really I'm just sat in my pants and a fake wall behind me acting chic. This is the finished look, very simple and basic, but that's what I wanted to start with, a very simple and basic look which is easy for you all to create. So thank you so much for watching and see you soon.